across the UK, visit villagehotels.com. I'm Ian Danter. Scott Mitchell, Scotty Dog, is alongside me in the commentary box. Gary Anderson is a seed that's gone through to the next round, and there's been plenty of seeded casualties. I just had a check with the PDC statisticians, because we lost another seed earlier tonight, Scott, in Danny Noppert, the number 6 seed. 17 seeded players have gone before the round of 32, which is a record. Although there are slightly different circumstances with the expanded field, it means that there's extra games having to be played. But nevertheless, that many seeds going. The previous record was 14 at this point.
Yeah, look, it's a sign of the way that the game has gone now. We hear about record amount of money coming into the game, and what that is going to do is see record amount of pro dart players, because they're going to be earning enough money to give up their jobs and turn pro. And we're not talking about winning sort of like 20 and 30 quid anymore, and 100 quid or a couple of $3,000. It's life-changing money for a lot of people from anywhere from the last 16 on. So, I mean, why would you not dedicate yourself to it? And so we're going to have better players going down the order of the rankings. It's as simple as that.
It is so tightly congested, and the established guard of players know what they're up against. But Gary Anderson just showed what you can do as somebody of the previous generation, if you will, against one of the young upcoming stars. That was a very professional performance against Connor Scott.
Absolutely, and one full of belief in his ability still. We're being convinced that this is a young man's sport now, since the Littler effect, and anybody over about 26 is now being classed as an old man of the game. And here we have Gary Anderson at 55 saying that he's not going anywhere unless somebody sort of sends him there. And although he keeps saying that he's maybe not at his most keen playing darts anymore like he used to be, but while the money's still around, while the things are still in, he's still playing like he is and enjoying it, which he seems to be more now than ever, and it's starting to come out in his play. It's not a chore anymore, it's becoming fun.
And you were saying you're the same age as him. We were talking about it backstage while we were watching that game, and he just still has the fire is still there, although directed in a slightly different way, as you mentioned.
It is so, and I think the better thing for him now is he's not concentrating on the darts alone. He has things away from the board now to get himself away. He has obviously his young family. He has, a business away from it, which is outside, and he's just away from everything that this is as a darts venue. His business is not that. He's out in the middle of the countryside on his own with his thoughts, and that's where he's as happy doing that. And I think the fact that he's got them both now to a happy medium, we're finding him coming back and being, I think he's stronger as a player now, and has got a little bit more fight in him than he's probably had in the last sort of like 6-7 years while he's been developing it all. It seems that all the stars and the moon are lining up. Could he go on and win it? Why on earth not?
Why on earth not? He's done it before. Gary Anderson twice. He'd love to make it a three-peat, bit like Dean Saunders in the talkSPORT World Darts Championship that we had a couple of weeks ago during Hawksbee and Jacobs and Drive, which was a lot of fun. A lot of fun earlier this evening with Justin Hood. Happy feet. An incredible performance. A sudden death leg in which he came out on top against the number 6 seed, Danny Noppert. I interviewed him not long ago backstage here at Alexandra Palace, and you'll find that interview on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. And again, in very laid-back mood, Justin, he told the written press that he thinks he can win it.
Look, if he plays like that again, he's going to be very difficult to beat. But we know that, I know that it takes a few hours for the adrenaline to calm down and realism are kicking in and of what you do. He'll struggle to sleep before 2 or 3 in the morning tonight. There's no two ways about it. He says he's stupid. I don't buy that. I know that he's a quality, right? Yeah, he's a quality dart player. He knows how to play the game. I've been around him probably 10 or 15 years, and like I say, that's kind of what he does up on that stage. He loves the stage, but you've got to get that as your floor game to keep getting to that stage, and there's no reason why he can't keep getting to that stage if he can bring a mid-90 average to the board all the time on the floor tournaments, which he openly admits he doesn't because he loves playing on the stage so much.
You do get that, of course. There are players who are brilliant on the floor tournaments, and then when the cameras get switched on, then everything fades away in their game.
Yeah, absolutely. And Justin is one of those that's not done a great deal of TV. Yeah, you know, we talk about other players, Charlie Mann being there, having loads of, you know, opportunities on the Motor Super Series, which we mentioned earlier. Justin's been there, but not that many times. But he's been there and probably had sort of 40 or 50 games on the TV in front of the cameras on a stage, and that kind of does help, you know. And I think players are now looking to other avenues. There's obviously the ADC before you get here as well, the amateur darts circuit, and they're now starting to have big events and stuff, and obviously their ADC Global Championship, which is going to actually climax the day after the World Championships here. So there's other avenues now to get this TV time before you get here, and I think it's going to be vital to make sure if a player comes here that he's had that before.
And he also very magnanimously in the interview with me backstage suggested that Danny Noppert should be in the Premier League next year. Do you go along with that assessment?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I think he's done his time. He's been a little unfortunate. It's taken something very special to beat him here. So, and he responded and played extremely well. I think he had 5 ton-plus finishes in that game, and I don't think you'll see too many players in a best-of-5 match that have had 5 ton-plus finishes and gone out.
Well, John McDonald's on the stage, ready to bring our next 2 players on. It is the Netherlands against the Republic of Ireland. William O'Connor, the Magpie, against the 3-time world champion, mighty Michael van Gerwen. And Willie O'Connor posted one of the averages of the first round. Pressure is on the green machine.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome back to the second round action of the Paddy Power World Darts Championship. Coming to you live on Sky Sports from the Alexandra Palace, London. Time to meet the players. Ladies and gentlemen, he's Ireland's World Cup finalist, taking part in his 9th World Championship. Would you please welcome a UK Open semi-finalist, the Magpie, William O'Connor.
One of the more underrated walk-ons. Love a bit of cranberries, especially this time of year.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Netherlands, the winner of 158 PDC titles worldwide, a 7-time Premier League champion, the winner of 3 World Match Plays, a 3-time World Cup champion, ladies and gentlemen, the 3-time champion of the world, mighty Michael van Gerwen.
Indie rock battle, White Stripes plays Cranberries. But on comes the green machine, although these days his darting guitar is more black than green. Still lime green tinges on the collar and the shoulders of his dart shirt. MVG and O'Connor embrace. This is talkSPORT 2, the talkSPORT app and the Darts YouTube channel. I'm Ian Danter, Scotty Dog, Scott Mitchell, former world champion, alongside me in the commentary box. Side stage here. And I watched Willie O'Connor's 3-0 win against Krzysztof Kachuk of Poland. And boy, was he good, hitting 7 180s in 11 legs. Couldn't have made much more of a statement, Scott, in that first round win.
No, I don't think he could have done, and I think MVG knows exactly what's coming. He'll be imagining that game is coming to him, but we know that, looking back through the stats, this year, MVG in the last couple of months haven't been doing those stats that William O'Connor did. And that's what's pricked the ears up for many about this match.
Well, even though the music stopped, the Cranberries is still being sung by the 3,500 assembled fans to our immediate right-hand side. So a few more practice starts and then we can get underway. Charlie Corsteffine's going to be your referee for this one. And Willie O'Connor won the bull backstage an hour or so ago, so he will have the all-important honour in these odd-numbered sets, like this one that's about to get underway.
Game on!
So let's see what the man from the Emerald Isle is up to against the Green Machine.
100.
Nice steady ton from Willie O'Connor with such an orthodox throw and setup. MVG much more muscle memory
96.
and rat-a-tat, but a good treble 19 from MVG as well.
The unusual start for me is that we keep thinking MVG's in with a chance every year, which he always is, and O'Connor
140.
starts with that 140. He hasn't actually won the World Championship since 2019, but the crazy stat is he's been in the
100.
final and lost 3 times since then. And don't forget, in 2022, he was removed from the tournament because he had COVID.
That's right.
So to still been in the final
132.
3 times in the years since 2019 and had to miss one of the tournaments, I think is some stat that gets overlooked constantly.
William, you require
2 great covers on
129.
treble 19, but Willie O'Connor wants 129 for the leg. Treble 20 would leave the bullseye. He's laid up
97.
because Van Gerwen is on 171. Sensible stuff.
Absolutely, early doors, no need.
131. William, you require 32.
And that's a good setup as well from Van Gerwen. So O'Connor for first blood, double 16. Crowd are getting involved. You may be able to hear them in the background.
Game
And
shot
there
the
goes
first leg.
William O'Connor
Second leg is
takes
vital to throw
the
first.
first leg.
May have been a quiet year, relatively speaking, for
100.
Michael Van Gerwen. He did win on the Euro Tour, the German Darts Grand Prix, early in 2025, but he didn't participate in that many floor events, the
124.
Players' Championship events. In the end, he played in just 15 of the 34 that were held around the UK
58.
and continental Europe. And in those 15 of 34, only 1 quarter-final achieved by MVG.
137.
Yeah, super stuff from Willie O'Connor here.
96.
Van Gerwen chases back with the last treble 19 to save the throw at 96. O'Connor, he came out on his walk-on and looked very
83.
determined, very somber, not kind of enjoying it, not taking his mind off the prize. I was impressed with the way he walked on.
I thought that when he walked on against
83.
Kachuk as well,
William, you require
this was
157.
frivolous to him, and he just wanted to get on and start throwing tungsten.
Yeah, similar type of focus.
60.
Well, he's on 97 against the darts. Van Gerwen wants 164 to hold throw, and treble 5 won't help him, or a single 5. Oh,
40. William, you
that's a
require
poor visit.
97.
Hands the initiative to Willie O'Connor here on 97. Treble 19 leaves tops. Treble 19 is hit. 2 darts at double top for Willie O'Connor. One's just above, and the one's a little bit closer, but not enough.
124.
Well, he's offering opportunities to Van Gerwen, which you can ill afford to do. Hits the treble 20. Van Gerwen got a little bit greedy there. He went for the treble 14 for the 42 to leave 22.
100.
He hit the treble 11.
William, you
Had to go down for a
40.
7 to leave himself 24.
Game shot on the second
O'Connor
leg.
leaves 40.
William
Hits it
O'Connor.
first start.
Third leg, it's Williams
Really,
to throw
really
first.
positively
Game on.
from Willie O'Connor. He goes 2 legs to the good here in set 1. And that one is especially good because it was a breaker throw. Now he comes back and he's in with the first dart, treble 20.
87.
Being a bit harsh on himself there, scores 87, went down to the 19s and hit a 7. MVG now, if he didn't know he was in a match, he knows now.
135.
Great response from MVG, having been broken. A 2 treble visit. O'Connor
60.
hits a treble, but the wrong one. He hit treble 7 next door to the 19s.
Yeah, and even though he hits a treble 7 on the stat score, that doesn't go down as a
100.
treble visit because it's not one of significance. So
Yes.
our statisticians amongst you, yeah, treble 7 doesn't count as a significant treble.
42.
Certainly nor does treble 1, which O'Connor just hit. So it's all a bit scrappy from the Magpie in this third leg. Van Gerwen
78.
picks off a treble 18, much needed.
Had to chase around the ball to get it though, didn't he? But it's now him that's looking the more likely on the O'Connor throw.
59.
O'Connor's first time we've seen him shake his head in the match. He's back on 2-5-3. Van Gerwen has well and truly turned the throw and is on 1-8-8. 1-3-4 there from Van Gerwen. Unless O'Connor can pressure with a 180 here, Van Gerwen is going to be coming back at 54 with no pressure whatsoever.
140. Might be required 54.
Best he can do is a 140. 14 for tops, Van Gerwen, way over the top. And
34.
underneath with the final dart,
William,
he
you
may be
require
back for double 10, but for the
130.
set, 113 for the Magpie.
Yeah, treble 20, he's got to stay straight. He has done, but he's missed it. 93, treble 19, which he hit. Double 18 for the set.
77.
Oh, it was a bit high, wide and
required
handsome.
20.
I think the moment might have grabbed him there a little.
So 2 10s for
Game
Van
shot on the
Gerwen, and he's
third
got a
leg.
leg on the board in
Michael
this
Van
set.
Gerwen.
And a break of throw, so we're back
Fourth leg
on
is
throw.
Michael to throw first. Game on.
Van Gerwen will lead off on this fourth leg.
You have to remember, MVG's been in this situation umpteen times and
140.
more finals than I've probably had hot dinners. And you have to say that he held his composure well there to just take that double 10 with the first dart. It was a wake up for Willie O'Connor. He's now hitting our first 180 of the match.
Well, MVG was pushed initially by
134.
Tatsunami of Japan in the first round. Lost the first set, MVG, but roared back. Averaged just 91 in that contest.
140.
140 from O'Connor. So he's a few points ahead after 6 darts. 181 plays 227. Oh, great maximum.
180.
First maximum of the night for MVG. But back comes O'Connor from 181. Scores 120, 61 left. Where's he going to go? Downstairs for 15s and picks off 45
Might be required
points
47.
to be down to double 8. Double 16 for MVG. Inside, 1 dart, double 8. He's got that.
Game shot on the fourth
Booyah!
leg. Michael Van
For the
Gerwen.
first
Big
time
Vegas Williams to
from the
throw
green
first.
machine. So O'Connor now has to hold to see the set out. He was 2-0 up.
He was indeed, and it'd be the last leg that he'd be disappointed with, but you can't look backwards. You can't take your mistakes with you and throw them in a rucksack on your back because they will just weigh you down. You've got to forget them as fast as they
134.
happen. And we've opened up here with 2 1-3-4s. O'Connor still in the ascendancy, he's still got the throw. Hits a treble with the first dart,
83.
treble 20, treble 3, and then a single 20. So a chance for Van Gerwen if he can go double treble visit here. Well, he hasn't. He's straight into the 5 score, 55.
So 3-1-2 plays 2-8-4 in favour of William O'Connor. He's missing out on a treble here, but a
94.
treble 18 at the end of that visit helps in big style.
Does indeed. MVG can track this back, but he can't really do too much damage to it.
140.
It's a good 140, and he goes 18 points in front, but at this stage, as long as O'Connor hits a treble here, MVG's not in front, because O'Connor's going to be on a shot no matter,
60.
and MVG isn't. So O'Connor now on 130, Van Gerwen on 172. He tries to tighten this up. A 140 would be dreamland for him.
83.
Lurches on the last dart, drags it into the
130.
ones, and scores 83.
So 130 for O'Connor. Treble 20 would leave the bull. Oh, he's just underneath. So he goes for the bull
90.
anyway
Michael, you require
and leaves himself on
89.
tops if Van Gerwen can't take out 89 to win the set.
Should get a dart at something here. 57, 2 at doubles,
Game
16, hits it,
Michael
turns
Van
to his
Gerwen.
people and says, get in there. He knows that's a big breaker throw, that set. He will throw in the next set. We head to a break.
Brilliant work from Michael Van Gerwen to take the first set in a race to 3. Back with set 2 very shortly. Here he be on your home of darts on the radio, talkSPORT 2 as well as the app and our darts YouTube channel. It's Michael Van Gerwen 1, William O'Connor 0. Well, if you love your darts, whether it's a league night or the local or dreaming of a walk-on anthem of your own, you'll know the right gear makes all the difference. And Target Darts are the brand behind Luke Littler's rise. They've been with him from the start, crafting the innovative, high-quality darts he now uses on the sport's biggest stages. And now Target have taken the home setup to another level with the Omni auto scoring system. Instant, accurate scoring and a slick, modern way to sharpen your game. So if you want the same equipment trusted by the most electrifying young talent in world darts, visit targetdarts.com and get on target.
It needs to be magic. It needs to be magic. It is magic. 180. Luke Littler gets on target. Magic. It needs to be magic. It is magic. 180. Luke Littler gets on target. To be magic. It needs to be magic. It is magic. 180. Luke Littler gets on target.
Ian Danter and Scotty Dog, former world champion Scott Mitchell alongside me in the Alexandra Palace commentary box. Michael Van Gerwen 1, William O'Connor 0, and a break of throw to win that set for Michael van Gerwen in a race to 3. Over on talkSPORT, they're in added time at Emirates Stadium. Arsenal had the lead in the League Cup quarter-final against Crystal Palace with an own goal from Lacroix, but I can tell you that Mark Gahey has just equalised during that 9 minutes of added time. 1-1 between Arsenal and Crystal Palace for the right to face Chelsea in the semi-finals next year. Could go to pens at Emirates Stadium. We've had a sudden death darts leg here tonight in our opening fixture that Justin Hood survived against Danny Noppert to knock out another seeded player. But the number 3 seed in this one, Scott Mitchell, got off to the ideal start. But again, as with the Hood-Noppert match, both players averaging 100 for their 3-dart average.
Yeah, very much so. There is absolutely nothing between these two. We are seeing 180s are the same in the first set. The only difference is Van Gerwen is just like a point above on 101 to O'Connor's 100. And that's probably down to the doubling percentage. 3 out of 6 at the double for Van Gerwen, 2 out of 6 for the double at O'Connor. And now Van Gerwen comes out and hits the first 180 of this set to open up. And now if O'Connor didn't know he was in a game, he sure does now.
58.
Great start from MVG. Picking up where he left off. But the 180 isn't followed up with any more
93
maximums, not in this visit anyway. So Willie O'Connor from the Republic of Ireland, who made
59.
a final and 4 semi-finals in the last 10 floor events of the year on the PDC Pro Tour. He's only ever won
100.
once on the PDC Tour. That was way back in 2019 in Barnsley when he beat Nathan Aspinall. But he was telling me after his 3-0 win against
58.
Christoph Kachuk that he feels he's giving up his job. He's going full-time at the darts now, Scott. He's giving this sport everything
96.
with no distractions and sees where it's going to take him.
Well, I think it's time to, because the amount of finances within the sport now, the money's gone up. As the money's coming in, the money's going out to the players, and the money's gone up. And there's no better time. I mean, back in my days of the Pro Tour, you won 500 quid for winning a game. Well, it's not that anymore.
First leg taken by Michael van Gerwen. What was that? 13 dart hold? Must have been from the green machine.
57.
Yeah, definitely was, yeah.
O'Connor's just getting a bit tetchy up there. A trebleless visit to start this second leg where he has the darts.
64.
But you heard a little growl of frustration from MVG as he pinched just 64. O'Connor's just under-pitching his darts a little at the moment, below the treble 20.
85.
Only 85 scored, and he's sweating up a bit on there. Remember, this is the 3rd match of the night, and it's warm up there already from the long matches we've already had.
I don't know whether he's sweating up or whether it's a bit of blurry eye. Maybe he's got an eyelash in his eye, or he's definitely rubbed that same eye twice. So I think it's a little bit more than sweat for me.
57.
He's back at it again.
Yeah.
He can't believe whatever's happened to him. You get up there and start to panic as a player going, not now. He really is playing with his
100.
eye. Leave it alone, Willie. Just the same as you did when you were a kid. Your mum said, stop rubbing it and it'll sort itself out. He's not sure, you know.
He's on 302, going for 18 surely from this point. No, he's staying on the 20s. And then comes down for 19s.
I think that's because the tension's been diverted over whatever the problem it is with his eye.
Yeah, he's almost forgotten what score he was on, because normally every pro from 302 points will stick on the 18s to try and get down to a finish.
We're all fine-tuned mental athletes, and anything just slightly that can go wrong can take your head away from the prize that you're going for. And I feel that this eye issue could be a little more than we're seeing.
Meanwhile, Van Gerwen lays up for double 16, unless O'Connor can pick out 148 from nowhere. Treble 20 and a treble 20, double 14. Just inside. Just inside.
32.
So double 16 MVG on the wire. Too far inside. Next door is double 8. And another booyah. from MVG
It's Michael to throw
to go
first.
2-0 up.
Game on.
Wow, he really is going through the gears here. After what was an uncertain first round game against Tatsunami of Japan, this is more like the sort of
43.
ruthless MVG. Well, I say that, and then he pops in a 43 to start this leg.
Yeah, O'Connor's got to be all over this, and that is just a bit of bad
80.
luck. Catches the flight with the barrel, and the barrel didn't hit the board squarely. It fell to the floor, and MVG has jumped all over that with his third 180 of the match.
O'Connor trying to respond, already 3-1 in the 180s column in favour of
85.
MVG. He's almost dismissing that 85 he's just put in there, O'Connor.
For me, I think he went the wrong direction, and it's been punished again.
Chance for an 11 darter to seal the set for Van Gerwen on 98.
97. Mark Uberkine, 98.
And he's going to have loads of time to clean this up. 98. He's hit the treble 20, double 19, 11 dart leg to set off a 2-0 lead. And William O'Connor looked discomforted during that set, problems with his left eye. He just nods to his VIP guest, yeah, I'm all right, I'm okay. But MVG, meantime, stern-faced as he stalks off the stage with a 2-0 lead. Can Willie O'Connor recover? You'll discover next on talkSPORT 2 and the YouTube channel and the talkSPORT app. It's MVG 2, William O'Connor 0. Well, if you love your darts, whether it's league night, the local, or dreaming of a walk-on anthem, you'll know the right gear makes all the difference. Target Darts are the brand behind Luke Littler's rise. They've been with him from the start, crafting the innovative, high-quality darts he now uses on the sport's biggest stages. And now Target have taken the home setup to another level with the Omni auto scoring system. It's instant, accurate scoring and a slick, modern way to sharpen your game. So if you want the same equipment trusted by the most electrifying young talent in world darts, visit targetdarts.com and get on target.
It needs to be magic. It needs to be magic. It is magic. 180. Luke Littler, get on target. Magic. It needs to be magic. It is magic. 180. Luke Littler, get on target. To be magic. It needs to be magic. It is magic. 180. Luke Littler, get on target.
We're on the talkSPORT app and the YouTube channel. And Scott Mitchell's just pointing at just how much Willie O'Connor dropped off in that second set compared to the first, where he was pretty much matching MVD dart for dart, even though he lost it.
Absolutely, there's a few key factors in that one. MVG doing a 13 and 11 on his own throw, not offering O'Connor any change there whatsoever. He also hit 3 180s in that second set, and also when you look at the treble-less visits, there's only been 4 for MVG over the whole of this match so far, and William O'Connor already has 12. So it's coming to a head, really, and you have to say the match has been going for 13 minutes, and MVG has absolutely bossed set 2, which was his own, and you have to say it's very difficult to see a way back here for O'Connor. The break might have done something for him, but he's going to have to jump in here with throw and hold this first throw to put MVG off his stride a little bit, or try to do something, because he looks menacing at the moment.
Set 3 underway on talkSPORT 2. William O'Connor puts in a 140 to get things going, trying to rediscover his mojo. MVG
77
knows he can even afford to have a set off here, he might think, but he'll want to get it done ship-shape Bristol fashion in 3 sets.
No, champions don't want to have a set off. They want to make an impression. They want the rest of the field to know that they're here and they're here to do business. They want to get this done as quickly as they possibly can.
140.
Just a 140 for MVG. His average for this match 104, which is way up on his first match average of 91 against Tatsunami.
97.
O'Connor averaged 102 in beating Kachuk, but he's dropped off quite considerably. 93 is his match average when you combine the good first set with the really
60.
off second set.
William Urakai 164.
Part of the Dart Players Club. 93 still tidy. Still tidy where I'm sat. I'll be dreaming of those. So yeah, he's got to continue to hit the trebles. He's down on 70 on throw. MVG back on 224. MVG back on. Oh, he went for the treble 18 with the last dart. He had 2 trebles in the first 2 throws, but tried to get the 4 off. O'Connor hits the treble 18 and the double 8. A tiny little clutch finish for him, and that will settle him down nicely.
Yeah, no reaction from O'Connor with that 2 dart kill. And now he's going to try and see what he can do about the MVG throw, because that's what he needs to concentrate on.
95.
Putting MVG under pressure when he has the darts. And he has a slight advantage after 3. 406 plays 443 Van Gerwen.
100.
Yeah, Van Gerwen stopped mid-throw there after the first dart, not happy with it. Regripped his second dart and then put it straight in the treble 20.
57.
O'Connor goes treble-less again, and now a big chance for Van Gerwen's got the throw back. O'Connor almost turned them in those first couple of visits, but Van Gerwen goes treble-less.
Same score, 57 from both. So O'Connor, a bit wayward with the second dart. Can he recover for a 140? Sure can. He sure can. Not down on a finish yet, but Van Gerwen needs a 2 treble visit from 286.
100.
100 will have to do. So
yeah, it will, and O'Connor needs to try and turn 2 corners here. He's on 209. Not going to do it now because he's gone treble-less till the last dart. Scores 93, leaves him digs, and Van Gerwen here is on 186.
100.
Hits a ton, so goes under the ton. Pressure here now on O'Connor.
can he break the throw? Treble 20 is hit, 16 for tops. 1 dart, a double top for the Magpie, and he's
96.
underneath. Will he be back for 2 10s?
86.
Did the sensible thing and came out for the 16, not to hit the treble 20 again. 86 for Van Gerwen. He's got 2 18s in the board. It's bullseye, and he hits it.
Michael Van Gerwen.
Little wry smile from William O'Connor, as if to say, how could you do that to me? So the break of throw chance is gone.
134.
But a 134 start for O'Connor in leg 3. 2-0 Van Gerwen.
60.
Only 60 for MVG. 158 PDC titles,
59.
90 on the Pro Tour. Last time he was champion was 2019. And as people on the YouTube chat have been reminding
100.
us, with some bookmakers he was priced at 20-1 for this title ahead of the tournament starting.
As the number 3 seed, how can that be? How can that be?
134.
Another good 1-3-4 from Willie O'Connor. Not quite on a finish though.
140.
Good 140 coming back from MVG. But O'Connor will get down to a finish. Will it be a 2-dart finish? It should be from here.
98.
98 scored, so it will be 76 when he returns.
MVG will try and pressure this now. He's on 201, but his first dart goes under the treble 20. So it steps to the right, threads one through the eye of the needle and hits one. Could have been 2, but it's O'Connor now, 76. He's under the treble, so he's now 16 for tops. He's just missed it with 1 dart. He hits it this time with 1 dart, makes no mistake. Holds throw, 2 legs to 1 in set 3.
60.
So MVG starts leg 4 with 60. O'Connor matches that with 1 dart. How far ahead can he get? Well, a 140. Again, it gives him a slight edge at the start of this leg when he's desperate to break. But back comes MVG. And a 140 from him. Much more consistent in this game than he was against Tatsunami.
O'Connor seems to have calmed down a bit, found in another patch of good scoring. Disappointed to only score 100. When you hit 60 with your first start, you expect one of the other 2 to go there, but it didn't this time round for O'Connor.
55.
Bit of a lurch from Van Gerwen, had 2 sat in the 20 and then lurched one over into the treble 5. So O'Connor on 261 here will be looking ton. Minimum requirement to leave 161.
131.
Lovely dart goes down to treble 17 to get rid of the 1.
Van Gerwen just pauses for a moment. It's single 1 with his first dart. Might not get down to a finish here,
40.
and doesn't.
And it wasn't even a good single 1. It was under the treble. It was poorly thrown. And now treble 20 here would have left O'Connor a dart from 130.
60.
He stayed where he was, but he's left 70. And Van Gerwen back on 206 is going to try and hit enough to pressure the 70 of O'Connor, because he could take the set.
100. William, you require 70.
So for a break of throw, treble 18 for double 8. Oh, he's hit single 4, 64 left. He's got to go 14s. He went 7s, or was it 16s? He landed in single 7.
106.
Yeah, he went 16s down to miss that big number as well and hit a 7. Could only leave 40. 80, 106 coming in 90. For Van Gerwen. He hits 90 or the ball last start. All about O'Connor and tops. He hits it. Puts the third set on the board. He holds his throw. MVG won't be too bothered about that. He's on throw now in set 4. And he only needs 1 set to take the match.
And he starts that set with a maximum, as if to say, you've got to get past me. You've got to play at your very, very best. And O'Connor's only got 1 maximum so far tonight. As I mentioned earlier, he got 7 against Kachuk in that first round match. 3 on top of the wire from MVG to follow up the maximum. Bit of a blocker from O'Connor on the treble 20, so he comes downstairs.
57.
And another trebleless visit for the Magpie.
Yeah, be disappointed with that. That was an opportunity. And here comes MVG to head off into the distance. 140 leaves him 1-2-1. O'Connor coming to the board to throw. He's on 3-4-6. Having just won the set,
86.
he would have hoped that he'd have started a little better in set 4 here.
Double 16 for a 1-2-1 check out for Van Gerwen.
Second leg is William to throw.
Brilliantly done from MVG. That's the first ton plus check out of the match.
Yeah, did it the unusual way on 1-2-1, went bullseye first. In case he hit the 25, would have left 96, but he hit the bullseye smack bang centre, left 71, hit the treble 13 and the double 16. Now backs it up with his first visit with another 180.
Well, he's doing to O'Connor what O'Connor did to Kachuk in the maximums market. Looking very, very focused up there, Mighty Mike.
96.
Scores 96 and doesn't look happy with it. But again, this is against the throw. To go 2-0 up. O'Connor up against it here, having won set 3. 225 required by the world number 3.
58.
Trebless visit.
But it leaves a shot. That's the thing. It leaves the shot of 167. O'Connor back on 220. He needs a ton minimum requirement. Not quite sure what he's got there. 140. We couldn't see from the camera angle. 2 trebles and a single. So he's down on 80. So MVG, the 167 is not going to go. He misses the first treble 20. Hits a 19 with his second dart and then a big one. So it's advantage O'Connor here. 80. Hits the treble 20. Double 10 with 2 in his hand. Goes inside with the first. Goes just outside. Double 5 with the second. So Van Gerwen on 127.
Will he be back? 60 hit, 67 left, 17 for the ball. He's hit it again to go 2-0 up. Magnificent stuff from the 3-time champion. And again, O'Connor, all he can do is just slap the hand of his opponent and say, well played, fella.
Well, that's all he can do. MVG has gone on throw here. He's hit a 1-2-1 in the first leg of this set 4. Now he's taken a 1-2-7 on the ball.
81.
He's 1 leg away from victory. Many saw this as a potential banana skin for MVG. Maybe he did, and that's why he's played as well as he has.
140.
But O'Connor's not done yet.
No, 140 there from the Magpie. But MVG's got room for loads for a maximum as he goes downstairs and picks off a 177. And O'Connor having to use all his reserves
100.
just to keep pace with the green machine. Again, he comes downstairs for the 90. Finds treble 19 and treble 18. He's on a finish of 1-1-2 to clean things up here.
If anybody doubts whether MVG still has the fire to win one of these, you should have just seen the roar he gave there when he hit the 2 trebles.
43. Michael, you require 112.
So for the match and a 3-1 victory, 1-1-2. Make that 92. Treble 20 would leave double 16. Oh, he hits treble 1 just next door.
42.
But he'll be back because O'Connor can't touch him at the moment. 2-1-8 he needs.
Yeah, minimum is 140 he needs here. He's above the 20. Now just below the treble 20.
100.
Gets 100. He is there on 118 should
70.
MVG mess this up.
Treble 18 for double 8 is the shot. 52 left, 20 leaves. Double 16 for the match. And he's just
54.
inside.
William, you require 118.
So can O'Connor save himself? 1-1-8 is his outshot. Oh, hits treble 5. Can't go from that point.
Yeah,
52.
that was unlucky. He didn't throw a bad dart, just didn't go. Van Gerwen then 16 for the match. He hits it first dart, takes it out. Van Gerwen comes through this match against Willie O'Connor, who had the highest average in the first round. But Van Gerwen stepped up his game for this one. He wins this one 3-1 with a 100.2 average. Doubt MVG and write him off at your peril.
20-1 looks rather generous as an opening price for Michael Van Gerwen's chances at this World Championship. Lovely words between the two on the stage. The Magpie, brilliant in round 1, but just couldn't live with Van Gerwen. So it'll be Michael Van Gerwen against Arno Merck, who beat Peter Wright earlier by 3-0. That'll be a round 3 encounter once we come back after Christmas. But it's 3-1 to MBG. You'll hear from him shortly on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel with our post-match interview. But our final match of the night and the final match before Christmas is on the way. Paul Nicholson will join you in the commentary box, where Josh Rocky from Northern Ireland will take on the Aussie Joe Comito. That's next on talkSPORT 2.